Hello, hello, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. And this is a stirrup hoe. And this is something we didn't have when I was growing up. We had regular hoes, we had shovels, we had rakes, and I'll tell you, we had our hands to pull out weeds, and grabbing these weeds and pull them out was a real pain, and it would be really tough to get the roots, because this is some morning glory. And the roots go down pretty deep on the morning glory. You can pull and you can pull, and if you've got stuff really muddy, like over here where it's really muddy, you might, but probably won't be able to get all the roots out. And you can pull, but you just get a little portion of the roots. The fact of the matter is, roots go down deep because they need to be able to get water even when things are pretty dry. These stirrup hoes, we just go like this and cut the weeds right off, and you can clean quite an area in a rather short period of time. There's no doubt that these are not getting all the roots down deep, but I'll tell you what they do. They do clean up areas pretty quickly so that you can leave the plants that you want to leave, and get the other ones to stop competing for all the nutrients in the soil. These stirrup hoes, they just go right under the surface, and they'll cut the top of those weeds right off so that they're not competing. And there's no doubt that a lot of those roots are going to grow back, but in a very quick period of time you can clean up an area and go right around your plant. So here we've got these are parsnips that are in here, and I've got them right next to this drip hose. And this is hard to hold the camera, I apologize, when I'm holding the camera, and it's hard to get these weeds out with one hand, but I can still do it with this stirrup hoe. So I can leave those parsnips. If I got two hands on it, it works a lot better. But see, this whole area here now isn't going to have these weeds competing with these parsnips. So this is one of the quickest ways, using a stirrup hoe, one of the quickest ways I know of to clean up an area and get your garden weeded. And you'll probably be doing it again next week, but hey, you don't need to spend all day in a small area. This area that I just did with one hand in just a few minutes, would take a long time pulling those out one weed at a time, and you still wouldn't get the roots. So these stirrup hoes are what I find to be one of the most useful tools that somebody can have to work their garden. Make sure if you don't have a stirrup hoe that you get one. You might have a lot of trouble getting one next year, I don't know, but you might have trouble getting one this year. And but I've got a couple of them, and they're well worth having. If something were to happen to it, at least I've got another, and I find it to be one of the most useful tools you can have in your garden. So this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. Have a wonderful day.